An album a day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own.
You're tuned into an album a day. Show, start.
We had to go back this time, hey y'all, because on episode 12 for season 2, we did just a portion of an album. Now, I mentioned when we were listening to 4 Minute, I said all I could find at the time was just the song First Kiss from their 2008 album. I have now gotten my hands on the whole thing, and it needs its own little snippet of time. So this is like a 12 and a half episode. It's a 12.5. Season 2, episode 12.5. Really, really peculiar. But I said that if I could not give you the full review based on me not being able to find everything, we would have left it at that. But if I found more, then I would go back and appropriately tend to that. So this 2008 album, this First Kiss album, it's completely with piano. There is also an a cappella version of a song called Baby Baby. So you have Baby Baby in its full version with the appropriate instrumentation, blah, 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 blah. And then you turn around and give it to you again with just the vocals. And there's quite a bit of instrumentals on here and everything. And it's ridiculous that I wasn't able to find this right off bat. Like now, it's with no difficulty finding this album. So it starts with an intro called This Is the Four Men. And it's all a cappella. They go into Baby Baby. They go into First Love. Then they go to First Kiss. Then you have Baby Baby a cappella. First Kiss a cappella. Baby Baby remix. First Kiss remix. And then you have an instrumental of every single song. This is a 13-track album because of the way they organized this. And initially, again, like I said, all I could find was First Kiss, a.k.a. the wedding song. It's, to my knowledge, thus far, and this is, again, underlining thus far, like at least 3 little lines under it, we've not come across an album that has this much dependency on solely the piano and the strength of the vocalists. I very much enjoy that. It's refreshing to not hear a lot of heavy production and things of that sort. And that's not to imply that on the song First Kiss, there was a lot of it to begin with. But, and they also give us the remixes, which is still cool. Those are instrumentals, but like, it's just really, really nice. It's really nice to hear the genuine strength and colors, if you will, of the members of the group singing together, complimenting each other in harmonies and everything. And it's nice. It's very nice. And this is so peculiar to have to squeeze this in, but I'm glad the timing is good because it's right off the bat, consecutive in terms of review. It's not like we didn't just do an episode on that one song. And it's consistent with the quality ranking. K-pop fans on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 not worth mentioning, the A3-day rating on this in its fullness is a 5. I thought about a 4.5 because in essence, it's not a lot of album, but we're reviewing not just the way a song is sang. We're looking at production and delivery when we do these reviews. And the instrumental album, all of the composition of the instrumentals that are featured on this album, it still counts. And they're solid. They're beautiful. Now, I have to acknowledge the fact that I am a bit biased when it comes to string instruments. I just am. It's not something that's easily hidden. I gravitate towards string instruments no matter how it's utilized, and the piano is the biggest string instrument you can get your hand on. So this appealed to me more than I thought it would, but we're going in a great direction with them in terms of sound. This also is the last time that it was genuinely 4 people in the group before they all was like, yeah, this was great, deuces. So it's another reason why this was a solid 5. Of that era, of that member makeup of the group, this was their final time together. So yeah, we threw a halvesies in there. Real short, real quick, straight to the point. I enjoyed it. I have found the majority of it on Spotify, so it shouldn't be difficult. I've added a couple songs to the Spotify playlist, so you can definitely check that out if you have it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Your favorite foreign Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z.
There's sponsored ads and social media hashtags, but this show is truly supported by the efforts of my McGualas, the most amazing fan base a little entertainer could ever have. Special shout out to my Patreon patrons, the student body, and the scholars who keep my vision of becoming your favorite Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z a real thing. If you're interested in supporting the growth of this podcast and supporting content, please visit patreon.com/multifacetedacg. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get in on the magic too. Interested in continuing your support at the free $99 price? I love you for it. You can still engage with the show when you retweet, repost, and share the show and use hashtag A3 and the word DAY. You can also tag MULTIFACETEDACG to get my attention. And if you're listening to this podcast on a platform other than Anchor.fm, please leave a few stars or a review to keep things growing in the right direction.